Assalamu alaikum. This is Sadia Freen, Assistant Teacher of National Adult School. How are you all? Alhamdulillah, I am fine. Today I will take Bangladesh and Global Studies class of class 5, and now I will teach you chapter 6. So today chapter 6, Climate and Disaster. So here to discuss the chapter, I have divided the whole chapter into some portions. Those are climate change, riverbank erosion, drought, earthquakes. So now we will come to climate change. So to discuss climate change, I have given some definition. So at first you have to follow the definitions. The definition of weather is average temperature, rainfall and air pressure during short period like a week. Next, the definition of climate is average weather over a long period like 30 to 40 years. Bangladesh's natural location and climate put it at risk of natural disasters like tornadoes, floods and earthquakes, but the climate is changing throughout the world for various reasons. Most are due to with man-made pollution from factories and vehicles, which causes global warming. This in turn causes areas of ice to melt and rivers to dry up, which further damages the environment. Climate change causes different impacts in Bangladesh. They are given below. Here I will give some points you have to follow. Increased average temperature, heavy rainfall or less rainfall, more tornadoes, frequent severe floods, damage to agricultural land from increased salinity, and then trees and animals are destroyed, groundwater level is going down. So when climate change becomes very severe, it causes more natural disasters. It is estimated that by 2050, 20% of Bangladesh's land area might be flooded by seawater. The impact on food production, housing, health, employment would be serious. Therefore, along with other ministries, the Ministry of Disaster Management and Relief has been working to manage the risks. And here I have given an image of climate change. So the first image of climate change is world sleepwalking into climate disaster. So we can say there slowly, sleepwalking means slowly walking. The world is slowly walking into climate disaster. See, already the world is slowly from right portion to the wrong portion, the world is entering into climate disaster portion. Okay. So the next image is about climate change. See, slowly the world is becoming very dry and dull. Okay. And the next image is also about climate change. See, there is a leaf. So you can see the nature and the leaf is greener and the nature is blue. But here, everything is dull and gloomy. So because of climate change. So next, the riverbank erosion. Bangladesh is a country with many rivers. If the banks burst, valuable farming land is lost. Homes and villages may be lost, as well as roads, railways, schools, and colleges. So as a result, there are great economic and social costs. The main natural cause of riverbank erosion is floods. The extra volume of water in the rivers puts pressure on the banks. If they burst, they cause immense damage. So there are also man-made threats to river banks, extracting sand from riverbeds, cutting down trees near riverbanks, unplanned river excavation. So the man causes combine with the natural causes to threaten the rivers that flow through our farmland and villages. So here I have given an image of riverbank erosion. See, the river is breaking, and for riverbank erosion, the lands are also breaking down. The river is breaking the land. So the next one we will discuss about flood. That is, for riverbank erosion, there occurs flood. See, for riverbank erosion, floods occur. So here is an image of flood. And now drought. Although some parts of our country suffer from frequent floods, other parts suffer from drought. This is especially in the northwest where there is less rain and fewer rivers. The man-made causes of drought include cutting down trees because the roots hold water in the soil and the leaves put moisture back in the air. Too much building covers the ground with concrete so that it does not absorb water. Air pollution from factories also makes the atmosphere dire. The effects of drought include rivers, wells, lakes, and canals dry up. It is harder to cultivate crops in the fields. Fodder for cattle becomes scarce. There is no rainwater to drink. So here is an image of drought. See, for drought, the crops and the whole world has become so dry and gloomy. And here we will discuss about earthquakes. Bangladesh is at risk of earthquakes because of its geological position. The government and developers should take precautions by building housing that can survive such shocks. A major earthquake can have secondary effects like tsunami and flooding around the seashore. So here I have given an image of earthquake. See, for the result of earthquake, the buildings are break down. Okay, the buildings are broken down for earthquake. So here I will discuss about saving lives with better disaster warnings. 5-level warning system. 5-level warning system. First one, it should be on alert for disaster. Second one, should check evacuation procedures. Evacuation means disaster management plans. Evacuation means disaster management plan. The third one is elderly people must evacuate. Fourth one, must evacuate. And fifth one, must take measures to protect lives. So this is 5-level warning system, and this image is saving lives with better disaster warnings. And the next one is, see, there is an image of early warning system before disasters. They are warning everyone by loudspeaker. Here the army persons are monitoring by helicopter. So this is the image of disaster monitoring and more improved early warning system before disasters. And here I have given an image of phases of disaster management, that is mitigation, preparedness, response, recovery. Okay, so these are the phases of disaster management. And here I have given an image of disaster management discourse in Bangladesh. See, these are the main management. MFDM means Minister of Food and Disaster Management. DMB means Disaster Management Department, and DRR means Disaster Risk Reduction. So MFDM, DMB, DRR, all they help this image of disaster management discourse in Bangladesh. So this was a chapter. Here I want to give you some important messages from the chapter. Those are, we must have a clear concept about the necessary measures of all the disasters. We don't have any control on the natural causes, but we have control on the man-made causes of disaster. So government alone can take necessary steps about this matter. So we will all have to come forward to minimize the problems of disaster. So this was the chapter. That's all for today, my dear students. I hope I will meet you soon, inshallah, in my next video content class. Till then, stay safe. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.